All right, part 2 of today's video is to continue to rotate 180 degrees, but this time, as you can see in our instructions, we're going to rotate counterclockwise. So we have been rotating clockwise, which goes this way. This time, we're going to rotate counterclockwise. So we're going to rotate in that direction, and we're rotating around a coordinate point here, which is -2, -3, rather than around the point of origin. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify our coordinate point on our grid. So -2, -3, we know that our x-axis always comes first. So we're going to find -2 along our x-axis, and that's here, -2. And then we're going to go down to -3 along our y-axis. So -1, -2, -3. So this is the point that we need to rotate around. Okay, so when we're rotating around that point, just like we did in the last video, when you put your transparency over your page, you need to make sure that your transparency touches that point. Otherwise, you won't be able to rotate around it. So I'm going to write on my transparency, I'm going to add my little dot so that when I pick it up, I can see where I need to put it back down there, and we should be good to go. I'm going to take a different color here, and I'm going to trace my shape. And I'm going to add my label so that when I rotate, I know where I'm at. And then I should be good to go. So I need to take my pencil again, place it at the point, the coordinate point that we're rotating. And this time I need to remember that I'm rotating counterclockwise. So I'm going to be turning my transparency paper this way. Okay, so I've moved it once, or 90 degrees, and then I'm going to rotate it another quarter turn to make it 180 degrees. Okay, so what we didn't do that time was we didn't put our axis lines on. So if you want to see it with the axis lines, okay, I'm still rotating because I'm not rotating around point of origin. I'm still putting my pen here to rotate it, but the origin lines can help you tell when you've made a 90-degree turn. Or sorry, the coordinate grid lines, the axis lines. So I have my pen on the point of origin. I'm going to rotate 90 degrees. Another 90 degrees is 180 degrees. Okay, now I know that I have rotated it fully, that I'm not in between a spot, because my axis lines that I've drawn here should be creating a 90-degree angle. Okay, so this axis line runs right along these dots, and this axis line runs right along these dots. If I was rotated up like this at all, my line doesn't run properly through a line of dots, so I know it's not in the right place. So I'm going to rotate it back to the right place. I can tell it's the right place because my axis lines here line up properly. And then I have my shape, my SIL shape. So I'm going to, as always, peel back a corner so I can plot my S first. So I'm going to peel back the corner, plot my S, look at my overlay, make sure I haven't made a mistake. I'm going to peel back my other corner right here, plot my eye, put my shape back down to make sure I haven't made a mistake, and then I'm going to peel it back this way to plot my L, and finally I'm going to put the overlay on it one more time to make sure I'm lined up, and I am, and then I'm going to use my ruler to connect my lines. So now we have rotated shape SIL around point -2, -3, 180 degrees counterclockwise. That's where your shape should be.